But then on the earnings call in particular, you want to know if they've kept their word with the street, meaning they projected some numbers or some kind of return that they thought they were going to hit, and then they actually hit it. And then they do that 8 to 12 times or 8 to 12 quarters in a row. If yes, then boom, we're moving on to the next step. Is that a fair summary?
Correct. Correct. Yeah, because at that point, I'm taking ownership in the position, and hopefully they continue on that path. And I also want to know that they're in a space where I'd like to call it the new economy stocks, meaning if you looked at the top 10 stocks over the last 60, 70 years, you'll find like Exxon and Chevron and all these companies. And it wasn't until really the mid 2000s that you saw like the Apples and technology start to take place. So I've been on Wall Street since 95. So I got a chance to see a lot of what was going on. Now you're starting to see this whole AI thing. And so I had a conversation just the other night, and we were talking about the Industrial Revolution. So the reality behind it is you want to pay attention to what's going forward as well as what's today, because obviously, like I always say this, if your parents and my parents would have put $2,000 in just McDonald's, right, when it went public in the 60s, that $2,000, it's split 12 times, would be worth about 22 to $23 million today. So to me, paying attention to the long term is more important. I'm not a trader. So I have to make sure that every step I take is firm, but I'm really setting the bar high. So this way I don't have as many hiccups. I mean, I'm doing well, but I really make sure that I do that because it's not just my account. It's my son's account, my daughter's account, that type of thing.
Okay, interesting. All right. So it sounds like really focusing on what's moving forward, understanding the history and how things have changed and what eras we're in, like the Industrial Revolution versus AI, and then making, obviously very researched and educated, ownership, taking ownership stakes for the long term, right?